What's up, collective? It's your Uncle 79, the spiritual savage. Here to check in with y'all. Like, share, follow, hit that notification bell, subscribe button. Select the all options so that you get a notification when all of my uploads upload. So last night, let's just give my dad some praise again, please, for giving us this moment to commune with the divine at this given time or any given time, so that we can get a word of peace, a word of enlightenment, some direction maybe, understanding, understanding, outer standing, some type of standing, not falling. Let's get on with this. So, last night while I was talking to my dad, I was having a heartfelt conversation. I had the feeling that something was wrong with my grandmother. My grandmother, my mother's mother, she and I are very close. Like, very close. Like, you know how you have your grandmother who lets you, like, she's just a cool grandmother. She's been my best friend since forever. She always made a way for me, whatever. And I just had a feeling last night something was wrong with her. She's old though. I mean, she's older. She's lived a very long time, and she's had dementia and whatnot. And I don't know if she's aware of what's going on with the family, you know. But nonetheless, there's always just, you know, forgiveness is in order, no matter what, you know. So I don't. Out of anybody in my family, she and my grandfather would probably be the two people that I just, you know, they did what they had to do. They were always good to me. Always. And me and my grandmother would bump heads sometimes because, you know, we're both Geminis, 4 days apart. You know, a lot of my sense of humor and the shit that I find funny that don't nobody else think is funny, she and I would crack up. We laugh at that kind of shit because she's just that kind of person to me. But nonetheless, I just kind of had the overwhelming feeling last night that she's not going to be here too much longer. I kind of had already had the sense that she had already passed, but I'm not going to speak that into existence. But, you know, she's in a lot of pain. She's been sick. She's, you know. And so I'm going to put some cards on not this particular subject, but just confirmation. So overall, what I'm getting at is, collective, if you have an opportunity to make things right with somebody whom you love, maybe you're estranged from them due to family issues, or if it's something simply as just saying I am sorry or I apologize, do it. Do it. Because if not for you but for them. I saw this months ago. I went to go see both my grandma. I took my grandfather a bunch of shoes over there. I took my grandmother a heating pad, and we would sit in the kitchen, play cards, you know, talk, laugh. But she has dementia, so you know, I used to work with seniors, in the senior living community. I like to say people of a certain age or old ass people when they piss me off. But 353 on the clock. So I get it, you know, you have to have patience with people. You can't lose your patience with people who have dementia because they're not in this. They will ask you the same question over, and you just have to answer it as if it was the first time. And that's what I do. I love my grandmother very much. She's like my favorite person. Out of everybody else I know, I don't care about the kids, nothing. She's my favorite person, wholeheartedly. Hell yeah. But I went and saw them, and I spent some time over there. Because I knew that was, and then when I left, it was very hard for me. I cried like a baby because I knew that would be the last time that I would be able to see them. Something told me that, but God, at 4:34 o'clock, God told me that was, you know, told me to go over there to kind of say my goodbyes, and I did. I've called and spoken to her since then, but she doesn't remember me coming over the last time or whatnot. But nonetheless, what I'm getting at is the fact that you should make peace or you know, just extend some love to somebody before they can't remember that you did. But even when they can't remember the last time you did, they remember you. And I always knew that, I saw this a long time ago. Like if something ever happened to my grandmother, because I had foreseen that me and my family would be falling out. I saw this some years ago. I did. And what I knew was this. It wouldn't be my fault that we fell out. It would be their fault, because they're a bunch of narcissistic people who are selfish and greedy and liars, who are only out to make themselves appear to be something that they're not. And so when it all came down to it, I knew that my grandmother on her deathbed would be asking for me. Because that's what kind of impact I made in her life, and vice versa. Relationships, soulmated. I'm the only grandchild that ever went over there, did anything for them. Cooked dinner for them. I would go over there and fry chicken for them, make dinner on Sundays. Grandpa needed help in the garden. Grandma wanted to go to somebody to go to the Goodwill with her. Just go over there, keep him company. And my grandfather used to hang out like G's. Things change though, but the love doesn't. And the respect, it's about respect. It's not even just about love, it's respect. And so I asked myself again this morning, Dad, why am I still here? Why am I around any of these people? Son, because you're their karma. They are going to learn through you how they should be going forward, because you were a gift and a blessing to them, and they didn't appreciate it. And they are so fucking selfish, or ashamed of themselves. Because I know my grandmother has dementia. She's been asking for me a lot. I can feel it. 644 on the clock, the prefix store number. I can't make it up. She's been asking for me a lot, because she doesn't remember. So she's gonna keep asking, where's Wayno? Where's Dwayne? Where's Wayno? And they're too punk pussy to apologize and say, come see your grandma. She's been asking about you, because they can't look me in the face. And they can't explain to my grandmother why they're not speaking, why we're not speaking, because she knows I don't do anything to anybody. Her last words, when I told her, like, when was the last time you talked to your mother? I said, Grandma, Mama, me and my mama don't talk no more. And she said, that's her loss. And I appreciate that's how we leave things. I love you, Grandma. Come see me when you go. We already had this conversation, But this is what I mean. Anybody that's listening, cross watchers, collective, being petty to cover up your shit doesn't get you nowhere. It gets you nowhere fast, in the same loop over and over again. Because, letting your pride get in the way, so that, you can't give someone else something that just adds on to your karmic debt. How do you tell a loved one who is crossing over, who wants to go in peace, that you can't get their favorite person in the room, or that one person to come over there and make them laugh and make them feel better during the transitional period, because you fucked up? That don't sit right with God. But I'm not God. I'm not. I'm just a messenger of God. I am not God though. And don't nobody owe me shit unless it's some shit you done stolen. That wasn't yours. But for you to deprive somebody because you're selfish, and because you're living in fear and you're selfish, you're ashamed of yourself, when you know that there's forgiveness there, even if I wouldn't even have to even say all pretty much, I've already made my peace, I already said my goodbyes, but just so they would know, so because I'm here to help people heal, no matter how bad you fucked me over. Forgiveness is in order, no matter what. A motherfucker could call me and say, Grandma, you need to come see Grandma now. We'll all leave. We ain't got to say nothing to her, but she really wants to see you. Come and see. But they can't even do that because they're fucking cowards. Let me get a card, please. Like, share, follow, hit that notification bell. 911 was just on the clock. She ain't got that much time left. I already knew that, though. Yeah, see, it's being selfish. Yep. Their way or the highway. No emotion. Cold. Yep. But that's okay though, because they get bad juju. I can't make it up. For making the wrong choice. They could have made the right choice, but they made the wrong choice. Their decision's been made. Yep. They made the wrong choice. Or maybe they make, it always goes, I'm telling you, the people don't do stuff to the collective. Like, they don't do mean stuff. They don't just do shit for no reason. Well, hatred is a reason, but hatred kind of fuels everything, though. A disdain for something. Vitriol is very, very poisonous. But people don't do anything. Generally, it's about money. Money is the reason, is the incentive for them to hate you even more. That's all. Nobody really wants to come out and say, I hate that person. I hate the collective. I hate my own child. I really hate my sister. People don't want to come out and say that. So they express these actions through the theft of money, through the depriving you of such material things. Yeah. To take over. Like a hostile emotional takeover. They'll do that before they say they hate you. So they'll make it look like you're the one making poor money management decisions, or you can't keep a dime in your pocket, or you're not stable, you're kind of all over the place, you're imbalanced, because they really hate you and they caused it. But they get bad juju. You get good juju. Because you've gone through the whole situation, you've gone through all of these different things you've gone through the fire to come out as gold. You're under the pressure, you become a diamond. You're under a lot of dumb shit, you better come out that shit smarter. That's what I heard. Yep. But they will allow their mismanagement or their management of your material wealth. And this, just look at it like this is hate. This is your what's good for you and their selfishness, their selfish behavior. Yeah, see, they rather had that, even though it creates an imbalance, and then they make a decision based on that. I can't make it. Look at the devil. The devil. Where's it at? I thought he popped his head out. Like, share, follow though. Collective. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, I always, what I did? I called anybody that I had been in a relationship with that I had hurt. I called last year and I apologized, or I sent them a message. People that I knew damn well that I'd hurt in a relationship. I treated them poorly. And I ain't never been no type to like beat up on nobody, like they have beaten the fuck out. No, I was very kind of careless in how I treated people, or didn't know how to, back in those days, you didn't quite know how to be mature about separating from someone, so you just kind of ghosted them or came up with a lie, just some bullshit like that, and I had to apologize for that. Yep. Then there's one person still, though. That's another whole conversation, but I've got to get off topic. But you should really try to make things right. If you can, make something right with somebody. You'd be surprised what an apology will do. Or not, if not even an apology, just call somebody and say, hey man, you know what? Hey sis, you know what? I understand how you feel now. Just to show them that you actually give a fuck about their feelings. And that's all it takes sometimes. Sometimes people just 3, 2, 1 clock. I'm telling you, go back and maybe think. Some people just don't give a fuck. Some people are just, they're just miserable, and that's where they want to be, and that's their choice. But you don't have to be there with them. You just don't. Nor should they make anybody else suffer. To get back on the subject. But yeah, these people are, my breakfast. They're gonna pay a heavy price for this. Somebody can say, who are you to cast judgment? Hold on. 353 on the clock. All right. Yep. See. They're gonna pay for it. They're not gonna be happy. None of them, because of the Ten of Swords, because of them trying to Ten of Swords you, or for them just not pulling the knives, not doing the healing to pull the knives out of their back, because they've Ten of Swords themselves. So now they're constantly fucking miserable. Because of their connection to earthly goods. Them wanting to be right. Illusions. Yep. Because that's all they care about. And stab anybody in the back to get it. To hold on to it. But I'm inclined to believe that what they're trying to hold on to is ego. What people see, their image, because You know, and sometimes image, you don't even need money to get into some certain. Yeah, I'd listen. I done been in places that should have that have costed probably over $1,000 for admission, but you know my charismatic attitude, my pretty boy smile, and the way that I can, my gift of gab got me in that motherfucking door. I'm trying to tell you, that's what they holding on to. What people think, they don't want people to know the truth about how they tend assorted motherfuckers. That's the truth, Ruth, and that goes for you too. I'm not just speaking personally in my family. I'm talking about people in general. Because they too busy going too damn slow. Like they too busy trying to hold on to that. It's slowing them way down. This ain't even people slow and steady wins the race. This is just people being slowed down by their fucking ego. Because they casted so many fucking illusions and they just continue just keep going over and over and over again. They don't know how to get out of it. And that's unfortunate when you think about it because people are trapped. They're stuck. Stuck in fear. Stuck behind ego. Generational curses. Shame. Yeah. And generally speaking, what we have is we have a bunch of people generally around us who have done the most horrible fucking things to us that most people wouldn't even believe. That's why when you try to go for help and you ask for help, nobody believes you because they're like, those people would never do that. He's the black sheep anyways. She's the black sheep anyways. They always been a little crazy. They did have a problem with drugs or drinking or bad relationships, so we can't listen to shit they say. Because that family they come from, the people that they know would never ever do anything like that. But they do. Every single day. Every fucking day. They do the same shit to the same kind of people. And they use us as scapegoats. Because if we haven't learned anything by now, black sheep of the family are the most gifted, talented ones that were meant to break curses, that were meant to stand out, that people don't want. They try to block it. So of course it only makes sense that they would have gifts waiting for them from people of the family or from the world. But they outcast black sheep so that we don't ever get any type of information, the mail, the phone calls, anything. So yes, they do it to people like us every single day, which is why collective, make your amends with people and get your shit together. Because you can't sit around and complain and bitch and moan about what's happening to you or how to be right. Oh, you can't go. It's already hard enough when you're a black sheep of the family, when you're chosen for something. It is. But you're not making it any better if you're going around talking all this shit, preaching a good game, saying what's right and what's wrong, if you're still out here using drugs, if you're still out here selling your body, if you're still out here being a thief to get by. It's not good enough anymore. No more excuses about the shit. You got to step outside of that whole confine of what the society wants you to be and what you want you to believe, the matrix shit, and start doing better in order to get the help. Because it's karma. When you're chosen, you have a higher level of responsibility in this world. I don't care what anybody says. It may not be. It's not fair because you're not. It's not supposed to be fair. You're like the giant amongst small people. What the fuck a giant talking about? Oh, it's not fair in the world. Well, you're bigger than everybody else. You're given a bigger responsibility, bigger missions. That's what you're here to do. Stop bitching and moaning. Yeah, I bitch. I don't bitch. A lot of shit I do because it helps me. You feel me? But I'm not sitting around wallowing in the shit. I make a joke about that shit real quick. I come out of it. That's called alchemization. That's called transmutation and alchemization. You talk about it to get it out. The same way we receive energy is the same way we process it and give it back to the world. And if what you're giving out it smells like shit, it's because there's shit in it. It's like the shit that people keep giving us. Give me another card, please. These people better go within. Or people should look a little closer. Get a little closer. Or people should look a little closer at the family. Your people, my people, their people. Look a little closer. Yep, and see that they false. These are false people. Look, and I never noticed that. Look how he's looking. He looked like, damn, I gotta do this, don't I? Well, they're not gonna do it. And that's okay. Because in some way, shape, or form, I really kind of feel like they feel like they're punishing you, but they're really making like, oh, I'm not. They won't never hear. They won't never get in touch with this person before they die. I'll show them. Haha. But I've already made my amends. I'm a medium, so when they cross over, anyways, they're coming to see me, bitch. You're the one that has to sit with your devil ass decisions for the rest of your fucking days. Not I. And not the crossed over loved one either. Dummy. But you can't tell a stubborn motherfucker that. You can't tell somebody who hasn't gone within, that does not want to accept the wrongs that they've done in the world. They can't feel sorry for these people. Pray for these people if you want to. I ain't praying for a motherfucking soul, but my own and yours collective. Told you, they ain't getting shit. They done fuck themselves royally in this world. Any gift from God, they not getting that shit. Trip. What are you doing? Big ass feet. Look how big ass fucking feet it is. Goes that card again. They still holding on to it. Look, they still trying to hold on to the last little itty bitty coin. Surely is. Surely is. There we go again. Came out right there. I just shuffled these cards. Y'all just seen that. Ain't getting shit. Not from God. Yep, told you. Yep, because they created so much of an imbalance to the Queen of Cups energy. That's the temperance. That's earth heathen shit in the reverse. An imbalance. No healing. I don't want to offer any healing to create balance. Not even for somebody that don't even deserve to suffer like that. If somebody asks you, let me see such and such, go find a way to get in touch with such and such people. Don't hold grudges. Don't hold on to that cancer. Because all a grudge, when you hold on to a grudge, all that shows is that you want to remain stuck with where you were and what happened. 9 times out of 10, if you're holding a grudge on somebody, it's because you know you done fucked up. They may have fucked up, but you fucked up too, and you don't want to admit it. And you rather hold on to the fact that they did something wrong than admit the fact that you've done something wrong to add to that shit. It takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to tango, but it really only takes 1 to say, maybe we just shouldn't dance anymore. But yeah, create an imbalance for the Queen of Cups energy. So now they ain't getting shit. Now they all that shit. That's 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. They are left bankrupt, spiritually bankrupt. And that's what really matters in this world. 2:11 on the clock. What's up, Nippy and Brandy? Dead ass. Alright, y'all. I'm closing out this reading. Hopefully this helps. Like, share, follow, get that notification bell. Select the all options so that you know when all of my videos upload. Again, go make amends with somebody if you can. You know, be the giant that you are, the one that they keep trying to hide behind little ass trees. You stick out like a sore thumb. Be the giant that you are and do the big person thing and go make up with these little ass people. Because there's somebody bigger standing on the other side of those people that probably need your help or needs to see you before they go, or some shit, or needs to see that there are other big people amongst small people. You know what I'm saying? You could really, at the end of the day, look at it like this. You could have a whole village full of small people and one big person. And everybody in the village got the big person believing that they're the small one and they're the big ones. Imagine that. It happens all the time. Ain't there a story of Gulliver's Island and some shit? Until they see somebody else big to go, wait a minute. What do you mean? I can just step on these motherfuckers? Damn Skippy. Everybody know I like my summer camp breakfast, 3 on the clock. Alright, y'all, I'm out. I love you, baby. Love you so, Tri family. Thank you for joining me this morning. You grow, I grow, you grow together. Practice some gratitude and forgiveness today. That's what I got.